Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Nadia. I am very passionate about fashion, so I love doing these videos and just sharing all my fashion tips with you guys. I also like to do a lot of hauls because I feel that you also are very much interested in them, so I try to do them as often as possible for you. So thank you as well for joining my channel, and I hope you will continue to like my content. So moving on to today's video, I just thought that I would kind of consider winter gone and consider ourselves in the spring, fashion now, because I feel that the weather has started to become much warmer. There are much more sunny days, which is so nice and I love it. And also because of that, I just wore a super colorful knit today for this video, because I just feel that, I don't know, we kind of needed the spring vibes, and we definitely needed all the sunny days and just the change of energy that this new season brings with. So I decided that today it would be a good, I would say, video idea to just talk a bit about all the spring essentials. So what are those clothing pieces that are necessary for this new season that is coming? And of course, spring is so colorful, and also the essentials that I will be mentioning are gonna be just a bit more alive compared to, for example, the winter or the autumn season, where I think that we focused mostly on kind of darker colors, whereas for spring, at least I personally like to start to kind of lighten a bit the mood of my outfits. So I just try to incorporate much more colorful pieces, or even just some very small colorful details. So I'll be showing that to you today. As per usual, I will also link all the pieces down below. The ones that are still available I will definitely be linking, but for other ones I will just link similar pieces that I will be finding for you, which I will also blend somewhere here that you can also see, because I am sure that there are so many similar options to the ones that I already have in my closet at the moment. The pieces that I will be showing, most of them are, I would say, old, in the sense that I've had them in my closet now for a while, which is something that I like to do personally. I don't like to kind of waste money on things that I will just wear at least for one season or for a couple of months. So I just try kind of to find those pieces that I will have then in my closet for at least a couple of years. But then of course, after a couple of years, I think it's also reasonable to change a coat or so, if it has become damaged or used by time. So all these pieces, I think you've also seen somewhere in between my older videos, in all my styling videos, and so on. So these are definitely not going to be new to you, but this is definitely more a collection, let's say, of what I think are the spring essentials. So let's get started. So starting with, I would say, the first piece, which I think in my opinion is also the most important piece, and that is trench coats. Trench coats are, I think, in my opinion, one of the best, I would say, fashion investments that you can make for the spring and for the autumn season. I have this trench coat that I've had now for at least, I think, 3 years, and it's still in perfect condition. I got this back then at Zara, but I am so in love with this trench coat because it has the best material. So I have worn this so much, during the past 3 years, and especially in these 2 seasons. And I think that once the weather starts to get a bit warmer, I always go and get this trench coat first thing, because I just feel that that's just I think it's one of those key transitional pieces when we are changing between seasons. So definitely a trench coat, I think, is a must. I think that I've also mentioned the trench coat in my autumn essential video, and I will be definitely sharing this with you here as well, because I just feel that for these 2 seasons a trench coat is just perfect. There are so many options of trench coats. I can definitely list you a couple from Mango and from H&M that I have seen, that I've actually also seen in store, and I feel that the quality is really good. I have my trench coat in a very browny, I would say, neutral color, but there are also some other trench coats, for example, that are quite lighter, and also some that are a bit more darker, a bit more in an olive color, which I personally also really like. And I mean, I think that maybe in a couple of years or so, when I see fit that to change the one that I have, I'll probably go for one of these 2 colors, because I find them to be also very trendy, but also like withstanding time. So I think that's also like an important factor that you should keep in mind. So I'll be linking all like these suggestions that I found for trench coats in the description box down below, and you can check them out. Next piece that I also think is quite essential are blazers. For those who are not new to my channel, you know that I am obsessed with blazers. I have a very big collection of blazers, which I am proud of and at the same time guilty of, because I definitely do not need as many blazers, but I just love them so much because I just find them such a cute piece. And especially now for the spring season, and especially also for the autumn season, I tend to go a lot to blazers. I think that I wear them way less, of course, like in summer, but also like in winter, I find myself to wear them way less. But I mean, in spring and in autumn, I think they are one of the key pieces in my outfits. And I think that I think there are two kind of blazer options that you should focus on for the spring, I would say, season. One of them are the neutral blazers, which are, I think, in my opinion, a very good investment, because you can also wear them during winter and autumn time. So that's just not only focused in one season. And I mean, there are also so many different options for, I would say, neutral blazers. I have mine from ASOS, which is kind of like a dead oversized type of blazer, and I've also had this for a couple of years now, probably 2 or 3 years, and I am still so in love with it. But there are so many different options, especially H&M has a lot of them, which are also oversized and double knotted and so on. So there are so many different options that you can find at H&M, but also at Mango, which for me has such good quality of blazers as well. But I think that also another type of blazer that you can focus on for the spring season are those that have kind of like a more colorful look. I am not a big fan of blazers that have a very, I would say, strong color, because I just find them to be then kind of very difficult to coordinate with the rest of the wardrobe. But you can get something that has a more pastel color, and those are very easy to combine, and especially like for the spring season, they just like give a bit of light to your outfit. I have, for example, this one from H&M, which I have actually the whole, I would say, suit. I also have the pants in this color, and I just loved it. I actually got this, I think, last year, and I just find that like such a cool color, because it's just not very like strong to the eye, but it somehow also just brings so much color and light to your outfits. I definitely really love this, and I also really love to wear the whole suit together, and I also like to just sometimes wear it a bit down, for example, with a pair of sneakers. I just find it to be like super cool in spring. But there are so many other, I would say, combinations that you can just wear this blazer with. You can definitely wear this up or down, and there are also many other variations that you can find. At Zara, for example, has a lot of colorful blazers, but also, for example, at Mango, at H&M, and so on. So I will be linking a couple of pieces from these stores down below for you guys as well. Another key piece, I think, for the spring seasons are then trousers, because I think that we are kind of like shifting from those thick jeans that we got to wear all winter long, and then we move on to more like, I would say, lighter trousers. And I think that a key or an essential piece for spring are also trousers in a more beigey or white color. They can also be linen, for example, trousers. For the spring in Switzerland, I find linen to be still a more, I would say, summer piece, because it is still fresh, I would say, here in spring, but it depends where you live. So I would also say that linen can be something that you can wear in spring. I have, for example, this pair of white trousers that I got actually from Mango probably 2 years ago or 3 years ago, but they have a very, I would say, identical pair of trousers on their website, which I will also be linking down below for you guys. And I just feel, you know, that this is again bringing like those lighter colors in, and also like super easy to combine, because there's just like so many variations that you can do with a pair of white or beige trousers. So I would definitely suggest you to also think about these type of pieces for your spring, I would say, capsule collection or wardrobe. For the shoe section or for the shoe wear section, I would also definitely invest in a pair of loafers. Loafers are also like such a versatile piece. I really love my loafers, and I love, or I would say the reason why I love spring and autumn so much is because I can get to wear then the loafers so much compared then to winter, where I would just wear kind of like the thicker ones, but they are, I would say, not like exactly the loafers that I would want to wear. Loafers are typically connected to me personally to the spring and to the autumn time, where I get to wear them, for example, without socks or with a pair of like very thin tights. So that's why like I always kind of like connect, I would say, the loafers with the spring or with the autumn time. Yeah, I really love loafers. They're super versatile. I have, I think, 3 pairs of loafers. 2 of them are in black. They have different styles, so one of them has a bit more of a wider, I would say, shape, and the other one a bit more pointy one. And I also have a similar pointy or a similar pair of pointy loafers in kind of like a dark red color, which I also got from Zara a couple of years ago, and they have also proven themselves to be super good quality because I've had them now for a couple of years, worn them so much, and they still look like brand new, to be honest. So I don't think that I will be getting any new loafers this season. I think I have my eye on a pair of loafers from Mango, which are kind of like in a beigey light white color, I would say, but I don't know yet if I'm going to get them, just because I definitely feel that they could be a very good piece for my closet, just because I feel that I can definitely combine them so easily with the rest of my clothes, but I also definitely don't want to overdo it with the loafers as well. And that's why I also think that like you don't need to have a lot of pairs, but you can just get like 1 or 2 in like 2 specific colors that you like. As I said, I have mine in black and in dark red, and then you can just like, you know, combine them in so many different ways, and I think that especially like the black ones like are so versatile that you can definitely combine with everything that you have in your closet. Another accessory, for example, that I also find very cool in spring and also in autumn time, but I feel that especially in spring I get to wear them more, are like the silky scarves. I find them to be also a super classy piece. It's definitely like a very, I would say, Frenchy trend or a Frenchy vibe. So I really definitely like to wear them, especially when I wear my trench coat, or if I'm just going out with a blazer and it's like a warm day, but also like not like super warm. And as I said, in Switzerland it never gets super warm in spring, so I definitely feel the need to have something tied around my neck. So I think that a silk scarf is a very great accessory for that. And definitely you can also choose colors that based on what you have in your closet, so you can kind of see a bit like what is your color palette, and then based on that you can then just get like a scarf that has like those similar colors. Because I think my trench coat is more in a brown or has more brownie tones, and also like a lot of my blazers are more like neutral brownie and so on. I also chose my silky scarf to have also this type of colors. I also like those silky scarves that have also like a touch of color in them, because that can also bring definitely a lot of life to your outfit. And I feel the ones that I have found to be like the best, considering like the variety of silk scarves, are the ones at Zara. I actually got mine from Zara as well, and I'm very happy with those, so I will also be linking some options down below for you guys. Moving on to dresses and skirts, because I just also feel that they start to become now a much more essential part of our closets and of our outfits. Definitely like in winter time I don't wear skirts as often, also dresses very rarely, just because it's extremely cold. But now like in springtime I love to wear dresses, and the ones that I would suggest you to have in your closet for your spring wardrobe would be like those kind of like maxi dresses, you know, like the super long and flowy ones that can also have like a very, I would say, thin material, just because, you know, it's nice to have something like flowy when it's so sunny outside. And you can also definitely combine those with a trench coat on top, which I also find to be a super cool combination with a pair of loafers. So you see kind of like how this whole kind of, you can create like this whole capsule in which all the pieces kind of like can combine very easily easily with one another, and you can kind of have, you know, like everything that you need. You can just like create something that it also makes it easier for you then to create outfits. And staying in this type of lane, also I find the midi skirts to be a great piece now for spring. I have, I think, 2 or 3 midi skirts that I really love. The ones that I have are quite old. I have one from Zara, the other one is from H&M, like, you know, like the flowery ones. But I definitely like can find so many suggestions, and I will be also linking them down below for you guys. H&M has very nice midi skirts, as well as Mango, although I find the ones at Mango to be a bit more on the longer side, so you should keep that in mind if you are not like the tallest person ever. But other than that, they are also super cool, and I find them to be like very fashionable as well. Another great combination that I find now for the springtime is those of shirts that you can combine then with a knit on top. So in spring you don't need to always go out with a trench coat or with a blazer. For those like much warmer, let's say spring days, you can definitely combine them with a shirt underneath, and then you can just put like a very nice knit on top. I really love that combination. I personally do that myself a lot, and sometimes like when it also is like very warm, you also don't need to wear the knit, but you can just kind of like throw it on your shoulders and just tie it a bit around. I also find that to be like super cool, and it also gives a very, I think, clean and classy look. For that you definitely need to have like a couple of knitwear. I love, for example, the sweaters or the knitwear that I get from H&M, because they are always like have such a very soft material, and I really love that. But definitely like Zara has very, I would say, fun knitwear. For example, the one that I'm wearing now is from Zara, and I really love it because I can just like kind of like wear this knit, and then I can just have a very simple pair of trousers and a pair of loafers and a very simple bag, but somehow my outfit will kind of like pop because this knitwear is just so fun and it's so colorful, and I really love that for the springtime especially. So you can also just, you know, find something that has maybe that effect as well, but definitely also just find like those very neutral knitwear that you can just wear with any type of shirts, and you can just throw over your shoulders as well. I would say the last piece or essential piece for your spring collection, and one that is, I think, very trendy at the moment, are those like very cute colorful bags. They have become like such a trend at the moment. I don't know if they're gonna last, but I just find them like so cute. I have, for example, this one small bag from Zara that has a very beautiful blue or baby blue color, and I am so in love with it because it just looks like a literal candy, and it has also the softest material, and I think it's also quite practical because it has kind of like these 2 pockets where you can also like kind of organize your stuff inside. But Zara has, I would say, a lot of these like super cute colorful bags, but also the newest collection at Mango also incorporated these bags, so I will also be linking those down below for you guys. I find them to also be like really cute, and as I said, you can also just like wear something super simple, and then you can just throw like this bag, this super colorful bag, and then your outfit will definitely pop because of that. And I find also sometimes that like in very simple outfits, like including just like a very cute but, you know, flashy detail can just like make the outfit like so much more interesting and so much more fun. So I will definitely link below also all the options that I found regarding the colorful bags. Alright guys, so this was my collection of spring essentials. As I said, I will be linking all the pieces down below and also all those suggestions that I found for you. I hope you like this video, and of course my content now will also kind of like shift towards more of the springtime, so there will be a lot more collection of like spring outfits and casual spring outfits and so on. So yeah, I hope you will like them as well, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for your continuous support, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!